here about fire safety. I don't claim to be an expert about fire safety, but I do claim to be an expert on disability. So we're going to be doing some teaching about fire safety for the average person, and so we're going to join the residents over here and have the expert on fire safety coming in to speak with them.
Today we're at the door of Colleen Martins, a resident of Westover Manor. Hi Colleen.
Hi there.
Say a fire drill just happened. What are your directions to do to get out of the building safely?
Get out of here as fast as I can.
When's the last time that you had a fire evacuation drill?
I can't remember. It's been a long, long time.
Been a long time?
Yes.
Now, you're right across from the fire extinguisher.
Yes.
Have you been trained with this fire extinguisher?
No.
Pan the fire extinguisher? Do you know how to operate it?
No.
Can you lift it up? So you've never had training on the fire extinguisher?
No.
Okay, cut. Ready? Now we're on the second floor at Juanita Mills's apartment. It's Access to Independence. Hi Juanita, how you doing?
Okay.
We're here today doing a fire demonstration.
Hi.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
When's the last time that you had a fire drill?
I've been here 3 years. I think we've had one.
In 3 years you've had one.
Okay.
Do you know where your nearest fire extinguisher is?
No.
Okay, do you know where the fire alarm is?
No.
Okay, let's walk down here and see if we can't find it.
Okay.
Okay, in case of a fire, what is the first thing that you think you should be to do?
Go downstairs.
Do you think you should pull the fire alarm first?
Okay. I don't know. Is it?
Okay, this is the fire alarm.
All right.
Have you ever been demonstrated how to use the fire alarm?
No.
Does it look self-explanatory to you?
Lift.
Okay, what would you be lifting?
Listen.
Okay, no, that's good. Now let's check the fire extinguisher.
Okay.
Is this the door where the fire extinguisher is?
Oh, okay.
You've never been showed that?
Uh-uh.
Have you ever been given a demonstration how to use one?
I don't think so.
Can you lift one?
Excuse me. You want me to?
Yeah, open it up. Take it out. But do you know how to operate one?
No.
Okay, you can put it back away now. Okay, since you live in that apartment there, since you can't use a elevator, you would go down this stairway to get out, correct?
Yeah, because you can't use the elevator.
Let's time you and see how long it takes you to get out down to the first floor.
All right.
Okay? You can go in your apartment. When I knock, pretend it's the fire alarm, and then come out this way and go all the way down and follow Frankie, okay?
Okay. Well,
Fire.
oh. Careful.
Then come back up, Frankie. Go all the way down the steps.
I have to go slow
Okay.
because I have double knee surgery. Outdoors.
We're gonna go all the way out and come back in.
Okay.
Go ahead and walk down the stairs here.
This is the residence of Rosalie Walker, a third-floor resident of Westover Manor. Hi, Rosalie. How you doing today?
Just fine.
I'm here to ask you a few questions today from Access to Independence. Do you know where your local fire alarm is in case of an emergency?
Yes.
Do you know how to operate it?
Yeah, I just pull down the fence.
Okay. And you know where the local fire extinguisher is?
Yes.
Can you show me that?
It's right down here on the wall.
Could you go down and open up the door?
Sure.
Show me where it's at. And have you ever been trained to operate one?
A long time ago in my house, but not here.
And this is something you'll be able to lift up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but you don't know how to operate one.
I think I don't have to, yeah, just pull a pin.
Just pull the pin?
Yeah, and push it.
Okay, but you've never been trained on one recently?
Not recently.
Okay, next, we're going to demonstrate a fire drill. Seeing how you can't take the elevators down, you're on the 3rd floor, you'd have to get out by using the stairs, correct?
Correct.
Okay, let us see how long it takes you to get down the steps. I will knock on your door. When I knock on your door, that's a sign of fire. So come out, and I'll be in front of you, and so will the camera, and we'll make sure that you don't fall, okay?
Okay.
And just pretend it's, you know, a real thing, and just do it safely,
Okay.
okay?
All right.
So wait for my knock. Once you get in front of her, and she's coming down. Okay, Rosalie, it's a fire drill. Keep coming down. And you stay in front of us because I'm going to stay with her to make sure she doesn't fall. Have they ever given you any instructions on how to get out of a building? Come on.
So they said that we can't make it downstairs, that we just put our window flag, somewhere flag.
Take your time. This is quite difficult for you, isn't it?
Pardon?
This is quite difficult for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're only at the 2nd floor now, but I'm going to stop this exercise because I can see it taking a toll on Rosalie, and I think I've proved our point.
So we're going to speak with some of the residents of Westover Manor now. Westover Manor is a HUD home. It's for ages 62 and over, or people with physical disabilities. We're going to speak to them right now about what their fire safety plans are at this time before the training. So let's come over here and just speak to some of these residents. Hi, ma'am. Can I ask you what your name is?
Juanita Mills.
Juanita? Which floor do you live on in the building? 2nd floor. And currently, do you have a fire alarm system in your apartment?
But the air is coming this way.
No, you're not sure. So do you have a fire extinguisher?
Not in my apartment.
Not in your individual apartment. Do you have an escape route or a plan in case of fire?
Yeah, I know I can't go down the elevator, so I turn right and go down the stairs.
Excellent. Well, thanks a lot for sharing. Which floor do you live on?
First floor.
You live on the 1st floor, so you shouldn't have to deal with the elevator
No,
anyway. Okay. So then you can use, how many exits are there on the 1st floor?
2, 3 that I know.
3 that you know? Okay.
4 maybe, yeah.
All right. Do you know where the fire extinguishers are located in your building at this time?
Not at this moment, no.
Okay. So that's
But I haven't been here very long.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to talk about various fire extinguishers, how they're used, do some fire training with you because, well, safety is the first measure. Make sure you are safe. Sometimes if it's a very small contained area, residents themselves are able to put it out with an extinguisher. So we will do some of that training today. All right, great.
Start talking.
All right, so we've got one more gentleman here that's going to speak with us now about the current fire safety plan in Westover Manor. Are you aware of where the fire extinguishers are located?
No.
Okay, that's one thing we'll do some education with today. Do you know how to use a fire extinguisher?
No.
Not really, so we'll do some of that teaching too. There are different types of extinguishers for different types of fire, so we will go through that training and we'll let you actually, I think, even use them, at least lift them to see the difference between one that weighs a lot more and a lot less. So, all right, so we've got our fire expert here today that's going to do some training, so we'll introduce you in just a moment. Tyler here with us now, and he is the fire expert that is going to give a demonstration to everyone here. So far, most of them aren't even aware of where the fire extinguishers are located. Most of them do know the plan on how to evacuate the building, and they're not sure if they have fire alarms in their smoke detectors and all that in their own individual apartments. So there is some education to do here, and Tyler's also going to give us a demonstration on how to use the various extinguishers. So I'm going to turn it over to Tyler now.
All right. Basically what we're doing today is fire extinguisher training. This will tell you how to use the extinguisher properly, what kind of extinguisher it is, and in case you ever have to use an extinguisher, the proper method to using it. Alright, what we have is an ABC, dry chemical fire extinguisher. When I say ABC, that means the different types of fires. You have a Class A, which is wood, paper, and trash. Class B is flammable liquids and grease, like I'll do today. Class C is electrical. These are the types of fire extinguishers you'll have in general purpose areas to do the fires. If there's a fire, to put it out, okay? You said most of the people don't even know. I think in your building, you were telling me that they're in the hallways, the main areas.
Correct.
So if you ever have to use one, that's where they'll be. I think there should be smoke detectors throughout the building too as well.
Yeah, there is.
That's up to fire code.
I got 2 in my apartment.
There you go. So if you don't know that, maybe you should take some time out to just check it out so you know in case you have to use it.
Who regulates the buildings in Cedar Rapids? Is it the fire department? Is it the state?
The fire department enforces it. OSHA regulates. That's where all the codes and laws, occupational safety and health awareness.
Okay. How do they determine who or what adequate equipment is proper for the facilities?
They come up with those codes after years of, I guess, kind of a trial and error, and then when things happen, they change. It's just over evolution, over time.
Okay.
Lots of fire codes have become more important. It depends on the area too. I know in Iowa City, you don't have to have a tag on your fire extinguisher. It just depends on the city and where at. You have to check with your local fire department, and they will tell you. And then companies like ours will help you enforce them and make sure you're up to code. All right. If you ever have to use the fire extinguisher, there's an acronym that we use. It's called PASS, P-A-S-S. What that stands for is pull the pin. You're going to pull the pin out. That's P. A is aim the nozzle. So you want to grab by the end. These are bigger fire extinguishers. This is a 10-pound fire extinguisher. It's bigger than what you'd have, but this is what I use to do demonstrations for most of my fire demos. But all fire extinguishers function the same way. So you're going to pull the pin, aim the nozzle, and squeeze is the first S. So when I say squeeze, you got to make sure you squeeze the handle all the way down to release all the pressure. So pull, aim, squeeze, and then sweep. When I say sweep, you don't want to just point it right at the fire and leave it. You want to sweep it back and forth. Okay? What that does is that suffocates the fire from the outside with the chemical inside the extinguisher. Alright, you have to get it from all angles. You can't just hit one part, because especially with the grease fire, like we'll do today, those keep relighting as it gets around it, you know? So that's P-A-S-S, pass, if you ever have to use it. It's fairly easy method to remember. Another thing to remember, if you ever use the fire extinguisher at all, you cannot just hang it back up on the wall. It has to go in for service. Because there's so much pounds of pressure inside these fire extinguishers, compressed air, if you will, that once it begins to release, once you even puncture it once, it's not going to stop until it's empty. Okay? That's how they're designed.
Did you say that you guys service them then?
Yes, we do. Yep. For business purposes, you have to have them inspected annually. You know, and then for home though, it's more as a up to your own, if you will. So with that being said, I mean that's pretty much it. How to use the fire extinguisher. I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to have a small grease fire over there. I'm putting it over there because I can't control the wind. The wind's blowing that way right now, but if it was blowing this way, you guys would be eating a bunch of powder. And it doesn't taste very good, trust me on that. So I'm just going to demonstrate how to use it. If there's anybody from the crowd that wants to try it, they're more than welcome. These are, I mean, to hold it, it's about 10, 15 pounds in your one arm. So if you think you can do it, feel free. I got a couple of extinguishers. Does anybody have any questions? This is a 10-pound fire extinguisher, before you ask questions. If you have, okay, this is a 10-pound. This is more for an industrial setting. Big factories, warehouses. Inside your common areas and your hallways and your cabinets are 5-pounders. Okay, that's more for like a home setting. This is a 2.5-pounder. So when you get a chance to go back inside, you can look at your 5-pounders, see what they look like. As you can see, there's a lot of similarities. This is what I brought today. Is something that we're going to offer you if you would like your own extinguisher inside your own apartment. You know, you can't always run out to the hallway, or if you're up on second or third floor. This is something that you can easily, there's a bracket, you can mount it right on the wall. I'm sure have a maintenance man mount it, and I'm sure any one of you can be able to. It's very light, 3-4 pounds.
And this is something that you can use with one hand, is that
correct?
correct?
Yep, one hand. All you have to do is pull the pin and squirt. You don't have to, there's no nozzle, there's no hose, excuse me. So, it's just an option to have a little more fire safety in your home. So if you can't, you know, get out, or if you need to actually use the fire extinguisher, you could save a lot of money, a lot of valuables. You know?
How much are they?
So we're selling these to you guys for $38. Okay? They're normally $45, but we're gonna give you a discount because we are one of our customers. All right? That's pretty much it. It's not rocket science here, but there is a method to how to put out the fire. There's a procedure, application.
On the small one, do you sweep with that too?
Yes, you can do it the same way. I mean, if it helps, you can go like that for better control. But I mean, like I said, folks can pass it around if you want. It's very light. I mean, this is fully charged too. That's ready to go. When they say 2.5 pounds, there's 2.5 pounds of chemical in there.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll last you, if you from start to finish, 4 to 5 seconds. All right, but that's enough. You only need 2 seconds, as you'll see on this fire. You don't need much of the chemical to put out the fire. So, if you guys want any of those, you can talk to Jonathan after we're done. He can get you lined up and take care of you and get you some. Yeah.
Oh no, you didn't have.
You don't want to touch the container when you're pulling it. Is that right?
You can. No, there's some the CO2 fire extinguisher. Okay, that's a different kind of extinguisher. That's more of a gas, and there's electricity that conducts through it. So that is something different. But no, you're fine here. I mean, you can hold it like that.
Okay.
But
So that's what I was wondering for the small ones.
No, you're
They're not
fine.
very heavy, but I didn't know if they could
No,
still
you're
have
fine.
their other hand. Okay,
No.
very good.
That'd be bad if they made an extinguisher that shocked you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of beating the purpose. But
Yeah.
does anybody else have any more questions?
I was gonna get to.
Like I said, it's not the hardest thing to understand, but it's not
I was gonna say,
the easiest either.
I got a question.
One?
Yeah.
With one hand? You probably not. I mean, I don't know.